Well, hello everyone. I hope you all had a wonderful week and I hope you had a wonderful Halloween if you celebrate it. If not, well, whatever you did on that day, I hope it was great. Last week I asked you guys, what is your favorite thing or what is some things that you like about Halloween? And I told you it could be anything at all, alright? Now, we're going to start off with that. Oh, wait, no, because I need to ask your question for this week. For most people, you've probably already gotten some snow, just a little bit, or maybe a lot. I don't know. We've gotten certainly quite a bit. It's not super deep or anything, you know. I'm just looking at my window there to see it. But it has been quite cold lately. But my question for you is, do you enjoy the snow? And if so, what do you enjoy about it? And if not, well, that's fine too. And now one quick little thing before we get started reading your answers to last week's question. I just wanted to let you guys know, in case anyone's curious about it, why my uploads have been kind of all over the place lately. And a large part of that is because my internet has been total garbage lately. For the past, I think, 2 weeks now, what has a video that has normally taken about 20, maybe 30 minutes at the most to upload has started to take an hour and a half, 2 hours, over 2 hours. So it's getting worse and worse and worse, and I don't know what's going on there. Apparently my ISP, my internet service provider, can't do a darn thing about it because everything is perfect on their end. So I'm a little bit frustrated about it. And I can't figure it out. And it's not just YouTube because I've tested it with other sites as well. And the same thing is happening there. So just so you guys know, now for reading your answers to last week's question. So what do you guys like about Halloween? Adrian's favorite thing about Halloween is getting the chance to dress up as DragoNate, of course. You are so silly. I don't know where you're gonna find my long hair though, my long luscious locks. Skelm has a little bit of a tradition to watch some of those old black and white horror films. Things like, was it Wolfman this year and Bride of Frankenstein, which some of those I haven't watched. Like some of the old ones, I mean, I should say, because you only mentioned two there. But I don't often like horror shows that much. There's a very small few that I do quite enjoy. One of them being the first Terminator, because you can tell that one is definitely made with the intention of being a horror film. I really enjoy the sci-fi kind of things more than others. Wise Wizard really enjoys the history. Oh, why am I so yellow? Every time I put up my phone, I'm so yellow. Wise Wizard really enjoys the history of Halloween, All Hallows Eve, because so many people seem to interpret Halloween as being something evil, which is very true. I've noticed that. Definitely. And I know like a lot of the things like zombies and demons and that kind of thing, like that comes out in Halloween, but that's not really what it was originally about or where it originated from. I do know that. Me Too is very happy that I didn't limit this to just one thing, and that I also took notice of people who may not celebrate it, but you really enjoy some of the Halloween events that end up in games around that time of year. And you also end up baking something kind of Halloween themed, like a licorice, what did you say? Ghostly ghost licorice cake, which if you bake something for if you baked something for Halloween this year, you have to let me know what it was. Maybe send a picture on my Discord as well. But other than that, you don't really care too much about Halloween, which is totally fine. Mom really enjoys the costumes, seeing what costumes people come up with, and of course, candy! Cassette Cat really enjoys seeing all the spooky things like art and videos and that kind of thing. And also, if you miss a question of mine in one of these question videos, don't worry about it. These are mostly just for fun. If you want to answer it in... You can still go back to those previous videos and give an answer there as well if you missed it. I'll still see it, and I can still respond to it. It may not go into the next video just because it's not for that question, but I'll still see it and I'll still answer you. Funny Fluffy really likes a spooky feel, and I kind of assuming, I guess, that you mean like how things are decorated and that kind of thing, which is cool how some people decorate their houses. I see a lot of people go through so much work to decorate their house, and sometimes it looks kind of what is it? I don't want to be rude about it, but like kind of cheap sometimes. Sometimes it's just very few decorations, and then other times you get those that it looks freaking amazing. It looks like they spent the past 2 months working on decorating it, and it looks really good. Bulleby thinks that this was a dumb question. He enjoys games, the spooky stuff around Halloween. Also, every year listen to Halloween-themed dubstep, which you really enjoy dubstep stuff. But disappointed this year about disappointing about this year's mix on Dubstep Gutter, and also the occasion to see the mummy version of Mitsu, of course. Sierra's column just plain does not enjoy Halloween, which is totally fine. I totally understand, and that is okay. Croco, for the most part, is not really interested in Halloween, but you enjoy the movies and games that are Halloween themed, like Costume Quest, Summerween from Gravity Falls, Simpsons special episode, and movie Monster House. I watched Monster House a long time ago, but I never actually got to finish watching it, thanks school. And Little Kidda missed last week's questions, but no worries, you can see Little Kidda would have said sparkly cat litter and coffee. Zingcat's favorite thing about Halloween is definitely the costumes, both finding something to wear, like to a party, as well as seeing all the ones that the kids wear to go trick-or-treating. And RT Honey thinks that Halloween is funny and you really enjoy the festivals in your city, which is good. We don't have too many festival type things that go on here. But my favorite thing that I would have to say about Halloween is definitely the costumes. I tend to improvise a costume because I don't really like to dress up that much. But this year I helped out with a Halloween event at the one place where I work, actually, because it's a bigger place. There's a lot of stuff that goes on there. And so I dressed up as a pirate, or at least that's what I was going for. I also painted my nails black, which you can see they're kind of peeling off now. I had black lipstick. I had black eyeshadow up here and stuff. Just to give it more of a spooky kind of feel. I had this red headband. If I ever find a picture, I'll show you guys in probably next week's video or the video after or something. Just remind me about it. And if I find a picture, because I didn't actually take one, but some other people did, then I will show you guys what it actually was, yes? But anyway, I threw it together in kind of 5 minutes. I put this little headband thing on, which I sometimes wear throughout the winter anyway. It's basically just a red scarf that kind of goes here. And if you know what Captain James Kidd looks like from Assassin's Creed Black Flag or Assassin's Creed 4, you can quickly look up a picture. That's what I originally went for with that idea, and I just wear it sometimes throughout the winter anyway because I kind of like it. I like how it looks, and it works with my long hair. I also put on a cape coat thing. It's not my big long cape coat that I have, but a different one. It's a hooded thing. It doesn't do up, so that's why it's kind of a cape coat. It had a bit of a gray trim on it, and a pair of pants that I just have lying around, and I put a belt across to hold the coat together and everything. I know I'm describing it a lot in great detail, so hopefully you're getting it through your head with the such descriptive words that I am using, yes? But I honestly didn't think anyone would, number one, realize that it was supposed to be a pirate, but everyone I talked to said that it was a pirate because one person, well, I asked one person, what am I? Because they said something about naming, like trying to figure out what people are dressed up as kind of thing. And she's like, a pirate? And I'm like, that's what I was going for. There was one kid who walked by and he was dressed up as a pirate, and the first thing he said to me, he just goes, I'm a pirate too, and it was so cute. And I'm like, oh, cool. And actually everyone I talked to really loved my costume, and so I'm like, what the heck, I threw it together in 5 minutes, guys. Either way, that's my favorite thing about Halloween, and that brings us to a close for this week's video. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, or a wonderful week now, blah blah blah. And don't forget to ask or leave your answers to this week's question in the comments below, not the description, because that's where I put stuff. So your question again for this week is, do you enjoy the snow? And if so, what do you enjoy about it? If not, that is totally fine too. I was going to give you my answer previously, but I'll leave that for next week because that just makes sense. So anyway, yeah, I will see you all very soon. Have a wonderful week, and God bless.